Oh my gosh, my friends are gonna laugh at me. Hey guys, what's up? What's poppin'? My name is Ropa. My full name is Ropa Ndlovu, and this is my double take. What do I do? I do a lot of things, but most importantly, I study. I study mechanical engineering. I'm about to finish. And another really important thing I do is I take photos. When I was 16, my dad bought me a camera. It was like a pocket camera, you know those ones back in the day people just like use on holidays. But I didn't understand why he bought me a camera, but I really liked it and I was just like playing around with it. And then when I was in first year, some of my friends were like, why don't you do this like seriously? Why don't you like take photos seriously? And I'm like, because I'm just having fun. And that sort of stirred me into like wanting to do more because someone noticed the talent in me. And then soon after that, for my birthday, I think that was in second year, my friends bought me a camera, sort of. Yeah, it was my first DSLR and it was a 500D.
What do you mean sort of? You said they bought you a camera.
The reason they sort of got me a camera is that they raised the money for me and then they said, this is for your camera journey, we want to help you start it. So shout out to them. It's funny because it wasn't really a project, but favorite thing I've done in photography. So I went to a friend's brother's wedding and I took my camera because I was like, okay, this is the first time I'm going to a wedding and I have my camera for the first time. So I just want to have fun, take photos in the process. And not during, but after the ceremony, you know, the bride and the groom are like walking out and the photographer is walking in front of them but walking backwards. Obviously because he wants to capture the moment and he doesn't want to stop, he's like moving backwards. And then the most tragic thing happened was that he fell into the fountain because he was walking backwards and couldn't see where he was going. So it was funny, but in that moment my friend literally just started calling my name. They're like, Ropa, we need you, like, Ropa, hurry up. I'm like, what is happening? They're like, you need to take some photos. And I'm like, guys, I've had this thing for like not so long. I'm not even sure how to do this. It was hectic. The photos were okay. I wasn't very happy with them, but you know, they're so kind and so nice. They were like, we love the photos. Thank you for saving the day. It wasn't for the rest of the wedding. Obviously, it was just like for 30 minutes whilst the photographer sorted himself out. But it was probably my favorite moment because I was put in a space where I had to do something and it was weird. It excited me at the same time even though I was nervous. I think the biggest one is that besides patience, because taking photos of people requires a lot of patience. I love it, but you know, people sometimes. But another thing I would say is that create your own opportunities. That's one thing I learned. I didn't have anyone teaching me. I had people helping me, a lot of people. Shout out to them as well. A lot of people who had started the journey before me and were very excited in helping me. But in terms of me now taking photos, I had to create my own opportunities. I had to be like, okay, I'm going to carry my camera there. I'm going to take photos of people even if they don't want to. And from that, use that for whatever. One thing I really always try to do is love people. I do love people, but obviously it's not always easy. But I love people, and in that I'm always challenged a little bit more in how I do things, how I take my photos. It's all about portraying how I see people and how they want to be seen and how, like, showing who they really are. And that's something I feel like God has put in me. Jesus has helped me to love people, has helped me to be a person that is approachable, and I can be comfortable around people, people can be comfortable around me, and it makes the shooting process much better, because it gets awkward when there's no connection between the photographer and the person who I'm shooting. It's almost impossible to get a good shot because you can't portray who you are and what you want to portray. Like if you're trying to be a model, or if you're trying to just be happy it's your birthday for these photos, you can't show that if you're not comfortable in the environment. So that's one thing I feel God has been helping me with and putting in me, loving people. Yeah. I would like to continue doing photography even after I'm done studying here. I want to continue taking photos and maybe not so much have like an establishment of photography, but I want to continue bringing joy to people through photos. And if that means, you know, sometimes just, you know, a friend asking me, hey, I'm having a baby shower or a wedding shower, whatever it is, I want to continue doing that. And another thing I want to continue doing is to show people that you can, what's the word? You can portray your faith in whatever you do, and your character can be shown in whatever you do, and continue telling my stories. Whenever I do shoots, I always talk about stuff to get people talking, to get people comfortable, and one thing I enjoy doing is telling my story, and hopefully one day that'll change somebody's life. I don't know if it has before, but yeah. Just shout out to everybody. No, okay, no, I don't want to do this. Oh, I'm hiding my face.
What's wrong?
Because whenever I have to think of the people I have to thank, it makes me really emotional, because a lot of people have been super instrumental in my life and where I am here now. So yes, I am a very emotional person. Don't judge me. Okay. Are you still gonna make me do this? A lot of, you know, a lot of hardships and a lot of beautiful moments. Like out of everything that's happened, I think the one thing I remember is having amazing people in my life. I don't think I'll ever be like, yo, this was horrible, I'll never go through that again, I don't never want to do that again. I'll always be like, university was great. There were people in my life who were on my side through everything. Yeah. Okay. I'm so embarrassed. Oh my god. Okay.
I'm gonna stop.
Okay. Thank you.